Hello, my name's Rebecca Goss and I'm going to talk to you today about my new book Latch that is published by Carcanet this year. It's my fourth collection and this book was written predominantly outside. It's set in the Suffolk countryside where I was brought up. Then I moved away at 18 to go and live in a lively city for 20 years. And 10 years ago, I moved back to the county of Suffolk. And it wasn't long before I found myself wanting to write about this landscape and the people in it. Latch has taken me a very long time to write, and it's changed and morphed. Its shape has changed along the way many times. At first I thought it was purely going to be about the countryside, but writing about landscape is relatively new to me. And then I knew that I wanted to focus on people who were very connected to the East Anglian landscape particularly. So I wanted to I had this idea to focus on people who worked in trades, sort of unique to here, lime plasterers and thatchers, or unique to rural life, I suppose, to be more accurate. But things like thatchers and farmers and a blacksmith. And I did spend time with all those people, and some poems came from that. But I realised that wouldn't really sustain the whole book. I spent a lot of time outdoors with my dogs. There they are, always sniffing in the wilderness. And my daughter, who is filming this video now, but absolutely does not want to be on screen with her mum. And we spend, since my daughter was 3 when we moved to Suffolk, and is now nearly 13, and a lot of the book is about watching her grow up in the same landscape that I did, running those same rural tracks I've said before. So that's what that's why I think I chose to spoke about it outside. I'm actually standing, we're walking in a wood that we come to quite a lot, my daughter and I. And I really remember her being very, very small here. But what I have loved about being back in Suffolk is the kind of freedom that this space has afforded her. That she can, that we can just enter a wood and go off and explore. And she does this a lot with her cousins, and I love watching the children wild and at play. Latch also focuses quite a bit on my own childhood in Suffolk. At one point we lived quite rurally on a farm, and there are several poems that look at that. And as part of sort of research for my book, I've done more research for this book than I would normally for my other collections. I spent days with farmers, thatchers, lime plasterers, and interviewed them about their work. I like doing that. And regarding my own childhood, I did go back a bit, and I actually did physically go back to this one particular house that I grew up in, which was a very formative time in my childhood. Again, really, I think one of the reasons is for the freedom that we were afforded there. We lived, there wasn't really another house to be seen around us, and my mum would chuck me and my siblings out the door to go and explore the fields and really not worry about us till tea time. There was 4 of us sort of under 11, just gone with the dog for the day. Mum knew we'd come back when we were hungry. But I'm not sure, even though me saying that I love my daughter having this freedom here, I'm not sure if I'd be brave enough to let you be that wild. But it was very interesting going back to the house that I grew up in. Hadn't been there for a long time. And one thing I will share is I wrote an old-fashioned letter to the current owner just to explain who I was and would it be all right for me to visit. And she said this really lovely thing. She said, yeah, by all means come back and explore, because it was the grounds I wanted to see, particularly the kind of fields surrounding the house. And she said, yeah, come, park your car, put your wellies on, but don't knock on the door, first of all. Don't come and see me. Go and do your exploring first, because I don't want to interrupt your memories. And I really hadn't considered that, and I really appreciated her saying that. Right, before my dogs get too rowdy and wander off, and Molly and I are going to get on with her walk and our walk, I'm going to read my poem, which is set in this wood, all about my daughter when she was young. Pheasant in rearview mirror. Only I see it, running the width of the glass, parting grasses in eager scurry, its plumage a spectacle, and your shiny fringe bobbing in the foreground. We are about to make our way inside a wood, parked at its entrance, yet I let the engine tick a little longer, this encounter holding a small significance, your limbs yet to realise we are stationary, that you can soon escape your seat and enter through the kissing gate, the bird you never saw gone, its iridescence a failing flare in the meadow. The click of a car seat unbuckling. You have made your decision to leave this space, because inside the car with your mother, you won't see brimstone butterflies, the seasonal ponds, the coppice limes, determined stretch towards light. It's hard to understand that you ever step on pavements, as you skip beyond the gate's kind admission into a realm that knows my wish to stay within its hold, sees your hair lit by what can filter from above, your body vanishing and appearing in succession, a bird sighted, thrilled at, then flown.